Hi, my name is Chris M. Walker. I am the founder and operator of Legiit.com. Recently, I made an offer to the freelancers in the Legiit community for a small fee of $6 to do a one-on-one call with me to review their Legiit profile, their Legiit services, and just generally give them some advice on how they can better serve the customers that we have on Legiit. And all the proceeds from that are going to go to a charity, So the idea was to help the freelancers who can then in turn help the customers and then help me help some people in need. And it's just better for everybody involved. And that's what business is all about, in my opinion, is service. So I thought this was a great way to benefit everyone, and including you, who can benefit from seeing what I look for in a Legiit service and a Legiit profile, and just apply it to yours if you're on Legiit, or maybe just into your business in general. A lot of the principles are very standard marketing and business principles. So I'm about to show you one of those interviews. I'm going to have a few of these coming up, so look forward to that. I hope you enjoy it. If you have any comments, let me know, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching this. It really means a lot to us. Thanks for doing this. It's for a good cause, and hopefully it'll help you out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this meeting from the last week.
Okay, so let's start off by you telling me what I can help you with.
Actually, what I was looking for, I would like to show you my Legiit profile, and especially I have some specific service, 2 or 3 service I would like to have a look and share your recommendation and some improvement recommendations that I can improve my service. Let me.
All right. Can you see that? Okay.
Yeah, I can. See the screen open. The first service that I would like to. I received a recommendation is the one-time SEO setup. That's on the first row.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one. So this service I launched a few months back, and launched it especially for those businesses that started a website or onboarding a new client. And for every new website, there is some basic tools and analytics that need to be set up. And regarding this, I launched this service, and my main focus was to target new website clients. Those clients who are on startup with their business, launched new website, and I would like to set up this. You can see there is Google Search Console Analytics and other necessary tools that every website has to be set up.
Okay, so my first thought is that it's a little vague. So when I look at this, I don't know if you're doing a Joomla. You're trying to tell too many things here, I think. So
I use the Joomla, WordPress, Wix, because I can do this for any kind of CMS. Like most of the businesses use WordPress, and I have researched before launching this service, and I found that most of the sellers is providing this same service for only WordPress website. So I thought that I can provide this service for every kind of CMS, like.
No, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying, but when I look at this, I get a little overwhelmed because you've got Joomla, you got WordPress, you got Wix, you got, I guess that's Squarespace, Shopify, and I don't know what that one is. But my point is that I would focus more on the one-time setup part of it and not have so much going on here. It's a little busy, and you're probably overwhelming people. So that's one thing I would focus on. And you got the same image here. Oh no, I guess that's different. So first of all, this is a great idea. I think it's a great service that would help a lot of people, and it's reasonably priced. So I think that is good. The service itself is fine. I think the presentation just needs a little bit of work. So let's get a different thumbnail. Like, focus more, if possible, get yourself in it so you can kind of like relate to people. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But we do have that, like, actual data that shows that it works better when you have a picture of yourself. So it's up to you. But let's make this a bit more simple and just tell people what it's going to do. You know, like, it says one here up here, it says one-time setup for your SEO setup for your business, SEO jumpstart. I like the jumpstart part of it. Here, it looks like you're going to set up, and I don't even know what this is, but it seems like when I look at this, I think you're doing all of these things, not any of these things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. And I will update the thumbnail sure and remove those messy parts under the SEO setup part. And we'll keep only the one-time SEO setup and focus on it.
Right. I mean, I'm not a designer, so I can't tell you exactly how to make it look, but I just think it's a little too cluttered right now because you got SEO rank 90 up here, agency one solution down here, follow us for discount. Then the one-time SEO setup, that's a little bit too vague. So if you get the SEO jumpstart in there and get rid of some of these icons, I think that would help. So that's the first thing. The next thing, let's take a look. We read over this, but to me, it's website. You want certain point found by search engines. Accept all. See, this is fine. We accept all CMS, including WordPress, Shopify, email, whatever. Kajabi, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had experience working on Kajabi.
I use Kajabi. It's not very flexible. So
yeah.
See, this is all fine. Although I think it could probably use a little bit more, like just more information. Overall, though, I think it's fine. Like it's just a little short. But so maybe get like some. I don't really know, but maybe some examples of some of what you would do here, or just make this a little bit more engaging. I think don't get me wrong, it's okay. It's just it doesn't have a lot of punch, but I think between fixing that and that, those are the main things. The service I think is great. But
I'm taking notes for every service in my diary. So for this service, your first recommendation is to update the thumbnail and then put some extra contents and some details on the description.
Yeah, those are the main two things. Because like I said, it's a good service. I think it would really help either amateur SEOs or business owners maybe decide like a target on it and kind of speak to that person. But business owners in particular, I think would do this. Like I could actually see working this into some of my campaigns. So, and then that's another thing we're going to cover before we finish, but I had no idea you even had this. So just a thought. So that's pretty much it for that one. I mean, it's a good service. The price I think is very reasonable, like almost too low.
Yeah, I always try to launch new services with reasonable price because when I launched this service, review edition wasn't available, but later the Logic review edition came, and now we can launch the services with regular prices and offer in review editions for promoting new services. But then I launched this service with reasonable price.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for that one. And you said there was one other one you want me to look at?
Yeah. There's another service on my service page. It's branded syndication network. It says one sales, but there are no reviews. Yeah, okay. This is the service, and after that, I have two other services.
Okay. So is this IFTTT?
Yeah, this is the IFTTT posting automation.
Okay.
This is the service basically where I create some social profile accounts, some blog sites accounts for the business, and then integrate them through IFTTT templates with their YouTube channel and their blog feed. So every time they upload a new video on their YouTube channel, it gets automatically posted on those social profiles and blog sites. And every time they update or create a new post on their blog site, on their main money site,
I know how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so first thing, again, I'm going to talk about the thumbnail. You try to do way too much in your thumbnails. I think that is generally something I would advise, is that they're too busy. So for example, like this is probably your best selling service. That one's pretty straightforward. I know what that's doing when I look at it. But even that has a little bit too much going on. So in general, I think that's part of the issue, is that you just have too much going on in your thumbnails. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so what I would do on this one is get rid of some of this text, like claim footprints with social profiles. Most people aren't going to know what that means. link back to money site, that's, I would just stick with this, make this grid more central. The headline is fine. And then get rid of some of this text. If not all of it. And you can maybe work in IFTTT somewhere, maybe just get the IFTTT logo or something like that. But you're trying to tell too much in the thumbnail. I think, as far as everything on your pages, I think that's probably the biggest issue. So make this grid more prominent. People love, I don't get it myself, but people love flowchart type infographic type layouts like that. For whatever reason, it really connects with people. I don't know why, but I don't really care why. I don't really care why.
Looks like the results showing.
Yeah, let me show you an example. See, this one, like his is a little too busy too, in my opinion, but the service has been selling well for literally years, like before Legiit was even a thing. So and I think a part of that is attributed to these grids. And you see how that's kind of like the main thing on his, whereas yours is, it's like, it's kind of pushed over in the corner. So make this more central and make it look, if you can make it look more complicated, that's actually good, because that makes it seem like you are elite, like kind of like you have here, like this looks super complicated, and that's good because
actually what I have tried, some clients I have found that they like some scientist type SEO. So I tried to put something on the service that looks like very complicated and complex and describe the process with some infographics, and that I have tried in this service. So it got pretty messy.
So there's a time that you want to be simplified so people understand what they're getting, but you also want it to be complicated, because if it's simple, they can do it. So you don't want it to be so simple. So see, I like the graphics and stuff here. I think that you need to talk about what's in it for them a little bit more. Also, you don't need your logo here. Like, I would get rid of that. That's wasted. Most people are only going to read it this far. So this is wasted space. So get rid of the logo there. You can put it down here at the bottom if you want, but get rid of that. First step in establishing online presence, brand identity, and syndication. So I would talk to a person a little bit more, something like, so you just launched your first site and it looks great. And so now what do you do to get people to come to it? Well, one thing you have to do is establish that site as a brand that people will know, like, and trust. So how do you do that? So something like that. So maybe write it in a little bit of sales copy, if that makes sense. Because what you have right now is more of a description as opposed to a sales copy. And don't take that personally, because it's probably the biggest thing I see people do wrong across every service. So, and there are people that can help you with that. So, but I don't want you to take this wrong. Overall, I think that these look great. And I think with just some tweaks and one other thing we're about to talk about, and I think it'll do well. Like, it's a useful service. People buy IFTTT. It's a very high selling service on Legiit. So there's no reason yours shouldn't be selling well as well, because I know you do a great job. So the other thing I want to talk about, and let me bring something up over here, is that you spend a lot of time getting good at what you do and delivering great work. What you don't spend as much time on is promoting yourself. So
that's the main issue. That's the problem.
And I get it. You got into this to be an SEO freelancer, SEO provider, whatever. And let me finish, please. And not a marketer, but your job in any business is to continue to grow your business. So if I search like in the group, and maybe I miss it, but I don't see you post nearly as much as I used to. So I think that would help, because you have enough social proof to show that you do good work. It's just that the site itself does bring you some traffic, but there's no reason not to get yourself out there more. I don't know if you post on the roundup post, but I don't think you do. And I don't see a post of you from you in the group in a long time. So I think I want you to start taking advantage of, Legit Mondays and the weekends and the roundup and everything else, because we give you all of that for free. And it absolutely, absolutely works for the people that leverage it, especially when they have good services and good looking services like you do. So
I'm totally agree with you, boss. I'm pretty absent. I can say absent in this group in recent weeks, about recent 4 to 8 weeks. But I was busy in developing some of my skills, and for sure I will be active on the group on the next week, and we'll come up with some great services. Yeah, really, I was busy with developing my skill with some services. I was learning some advanced skill in SEO. Like I was combined. I was limited with only citation, backlink, and some basic level of SEO service. But what I found that I have to develop my skill and I have to learn the whole sector. I can't learn the whole sector at a short time, but what I can do, I can take an idea, I can take some, I can see, I can read some case studies on SEO and gather some experience on it. So what that is what I was doing, and I learned something. I learned something new, and we'll come up with this very soon in the group.
okay. Well, you do a good job with the services you do because I've used them myself. So you have an obligation to make sure that people know that you do a good job so you can help them. Look at it that way. Like, don't look at it as promoting yourself as much as it's almost a moral imperative for you to let people know how good a job you do, because they need what you do and they need you to do it. And I don't just talk about the stuff that Legit offers you, have a website, maybe have a blog, run some ads, post on LinkedIn. I used to see you on LinkedIn. I don't anymore. And whether it's to your Legit services or not, I know that obviously selfishly, I would prefer it be your Legit services, but you don't promote yourself at all, as far as I can tell. And you should, because you do a great job and people deserve to know that.
Yes, I'm totally agree with you. I'm some lacking in promoting myself in recent weeks. That's true.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep myself more active on social media.
Right.
And
Like,
I'll be
like for whatever reason, I don't know how it is where you are, but in America, like, it's almost looked down upon to promote yourself to some extent. And I think that's complete nonsense. Like, if you have a service that you know can benefit the world, you have, and I say that at the end of like my live streams a lot of the time, but if you do something that people need, you are being immoral, not you specifically, but you as in whoever are being immoral by not letting as many people know that as possible. So I know for a fact you do a great job, and that you have services that I'm probably going to grab some of because I didn't even know you had them, which goes to my point that I didn't even know you did some of this great stuff. And I would personally have been using some of these had I known they exist. So that probably goes for other people too.
and thank you very much for this recommendation. Last one service I'd like to request you to have a look. This is on the bottom side of my profile.
Which one?
Google Authority Stack. Super search Google Authority Stack. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Same issue here. Just too much going on here. I would do like another graph, like showing you how you stack the properties. Stacks are really, really popular too. So. See, you kind of have it laid out here. Put that in graphic form. If you're not handy with graphics like me, get somebody from the bias forest section to do it. But if you laid this out as a graphic up here, and then you promoted this service, I think it would do well, because stacks are really popular. They sell well. I personally use them myself. I think they perform well at SEO wise. So the thumbnail is the big thing. And then overall, this is fine. To be honest, with something as advanced as this, anybody that is going to buy it is already going to know it. So you can be a little bit less salesy. So I think what you have here is fine. I like how you do the different colors because it makes it easy to see where each thing is. So there again, just clean up the thumbnail, make it a little bit more of a graph, and then maybe get one in the description here, kind of like you did on that other one, like a graph, and then and then just start sharing this, and I think you'll do well. I like that you have a snapped link. So
yeah, I used to snap because I have the link. Let's go for party.
All right. Anything else I can look at for you?
If you want, I'd like to request for on another service, that's the advanced competitor analysis that I am doing almost for 1 year and updated this service a lot. This is an upside on my profile.
Sorry, what am I looking for?
Advanced competitor analysis. This is the service.
Oh, this one?
No. Advanced competitor analysis. This is most probably in the third row. Yeah, this one.
Sorry, I'm not understanding.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Can you maybe, there's another, I'm sorry, I'm not following you. You want me to look at another service?
Yeah, I would like to request you to look at another service. This is advanced competitor analysis.
So this one?
Yeah, that's this
one. Okay. Have I used this before? I feel like I have. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay. You haven't used this before.
Okay, so at first glance, this is really not very good. Like, that's way too many sentences in one paragraph. One thing with copy, even if it's not what you were taught in school, you never want to have more than 2 sentences without a line break, because it's really hard for people to read that way. So, and in general, I think you just need a bit more description here, because I can't even read this, to be honest. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm dumping on you. I'm sure this is a great service. Actually, it looks like it's a really good service for the price. But there again, like, I read this and I just, So clean out this. I think the thumbnail is fine on this one. I think it's very engaging. So I think you need to clean this up, break up this text, go into more detail. Like, what is business? We will audit your competitors' business value. Like, I don't know what that means. Content strategy. So what, you don't need to tell me. I'm just saying, when I see that, I don't know what it means. So explain these a little bit more, and that will give you more text and more opportunity to sell it. And maybe even get some nice graphs in here, like link metrics. So maybe show like an Ahrefs screenshot of some link metrics, something like that. I don't know for sure. Test different things, but the big problem with this one, I think, is again is the description. It just needs a good bit of work, and then you gotta promote it, because again, I know that it'd be a good service. Again, I may use this one myself. So, do you have anything in review editions? Have you tried that at all?
Yeah, I have the Supersource Dual Authority Stack service in review edition. I put it after updating.
Okay. So. Probably going to be too hard to find. Okay, yeah, just clean that up. As far as your profile itself, I think it looks good. I think you should probably get a video up here. Did you know we have that now?
I still haven't added any video there, but we like some.
Yeah, get a video up there. Just, you're a really nice guy, so just be nice and tell people what you can do for them. So beyond that, it looks fine though. So I think those are the main things. Like, as I scroll through this, the main thing I see with the thumbnails is it's just they're all way too busy. You're trying to do too much with too little. For comparison, let me show you mine.
So I'm pretty weak in design. I think I take help from the bias for section from Legiit.
You see how mine is just a picture of me and what it is, more or less. So
super cool.
Well. Fun fact, these pictures are like 7 years old. So some of them, so I need to update that.
I need to hire someone to give them this kind of post, because I can't give this kind of post. I look so much funny as I don't have muscle like you.
All Photoshop. All right, but yeah, just I think those are the main things. So just a quick recap, because I do have another call coming up. Make the thumbnails a little less busy. Clean up the descriptions on the ones that need it to be cleaned up, and start promoting yourself so people can start seeing what a great job and what a great SEO and what a great person you are. So that's kind of the main things. Is that good?
Yeah. Thank you very much for this recommendation. For this.
I appreciate you signing up. Like I said, all the money from this is going to a good cause. So I'm glad that people took advantage of it. I can help other people. I can help other people 2 different ways this way. So it's very,
thank you very much for this kind of opportunities. Like a dream is coming true. It was a dream for me that I'm in a video call with Mr. Christian Walker, and I got this opportunity with this post, and as soon as I saw the post, I just grabbed this opportunity without thinking.
You were the first one that. You were the first one to sign up, and you were the first one to schedule a call. So it's good.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
I was very much happy seeing that post. Now I can grab this opportunity.
Okay, so I will send you the recording of this, and I'm probably going to make a YouTube video out of it, so it'll help everybody too. So appreciate it, buddy, and I look forward to seeing you promoting yourself a little bit more. Okay.
Yeah, sure, boss. Sure. I will keep myself busy in next weeks to implement those recommendations, the suggestions in my profile and in my personal life to promote myself. You will see myself busy in social media for sure. And thank you very much for taking this time, boss.
All right. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thanks again.